there. I love Khamzat. God bless him. I said, Usman's got balls, but I think Khamzat's gonna run over him. I do. I'm as much as I'm his friend, I'm his biggest fan. Khamzat, I think he's gonna run over Usman. All respect to him, he's a goat. But yeah, I think Khamzat's gonna ragdoll him. I do. Sorry to say.
Also, that's going to be very hard for Khamzat taking him down, and I want to talk about that because Usman has more than 90% of takedown defense, and Khamzat 100%. He was never taken down. So I want to see if Usman will try to take him down. I don't think he will try to take him down. You remember the Kobe Covington fight? They didn't shoot for takedowns. They didn't engage on the clinch. It was a striking match. And I think that fight is going to be the same because it's going to be very hard for Usman to take Khamzat down. Very hard because he's a very good wrestler. He's younger, he's powerful. And I think Khamzat Chimaev has more power and more athleticism than Usman. So I think it's going to be a striking match. That's what I think. And if Khamzat takes Usman down, it's going to be a beatdown. That's what I think. If he can put him on the ground and control him, it's going to be a TKO. If not, they're going to fight on the feet. And I think Khamzat will rely on land a heavy shot and to hurt him, you know. I am picking Khamzat Chimaev to win the fight. Maybe decision. If he take him down, maybe a TKO.
Like I said, I fought both of these guys. Again, lost to both of these guys. They're both crazy. Kamaru, champion for a long time. Khamzat, these beasts that's coming up. How the fight might go, I think those guys gonna crash in the first round. Both Kamaru a little bit more elusive, a little bit more relaxed, trying to grind that fight maybe to 3 rounds. Khamzat a little bit more with speed, coming crazy. They're gonna grapple. I know when two wrestlers come into a fight, they have a tendency to do a kickboxing fight, but it's so much stakes on this fight that I think they're gonna shoot, you know. I think maybe Khamzat will be the first one shooting and they're gonna grapple. I think they're gonna feel each other, see who's the strongest guy, who's the strongest man in that case. If I gotta pick a winner, if you betting, make sure you go to stake.com with the promo code DURINHO. And if you're better, you should put your money on Kamaru Usman.
Aljo at DraftKings Sportsbook app. Go check him out, place your bets. I can't call it, but I'm gonna go with Islam, and I gotta go with Khamzat, the two guys who have not had their opponents fall out, have been training full-time for this fight date in particular. I gotta go with the guys who I feel like is gonna be sure money. So if you guys wanna go out there and make it rain.
Wrestling, maybe there's a kick, there's other things involved. I mean, I'm a bit puzzled because I am going for my boy, the Nigerian Nightmare, but I also know that it's a short notice fight as well. So, but at the same time, guys, you know, it's I'm going for Kamaru Usman. Number one, I'm gonna say that. You know, I'm going for him. I know this is a tough fight, but that's up to you guys to find out. You know what I'm saying? This is probably more competitive than the Alexander Volkanovski is on Makhachev, because both of these guys have similar styles of actually fighting. Very similar. Pressure fighters who love to strike and who love to wrestle. I gotta go for my brother. I gotta go for the Nigerian Nightmare. Because you know what? Everything's at stake. This man's training for this other dude. So for that reason, guys, I gotta go with the Nigerian Nightmare.
I think it's gonna be a stand-up fight. Obviously Chimaev's gonna be, you'd think, in better condition. I don't know how long Usman's been training for. And Chimaev's a very, very high-paced fighter. So does that come into play? Can Usman handle the shots? I think he can. Can he handle that pace that Chimaev's going to put? Everything's going to be 100%. It's a 3-rounder. You know, he doesn't go in and just like, you know, he goes in for the kill, even when he's wrestling or even when he's punching. So he can leave openings in striking, but I think the pace that Chimaev's going to set is going to be hard to deal with for someone on short notice. You know, here I am doing the same thing, but you know, I've always backed my cardio because I'm like I said, if I'm that guy. Usman's probably that guy too, so I don't know. So he's always been in a situation where he's been pretty prepared So he's always in good condition. So it will be interesting to see how that goes. But if his gas tank doesn't hold up and it does go in them later rounds with the pressure that Chimaev is going to do, I think it's going to be a hard night for Usman.
I feel like Usman wouldn't take a fight unless he was confident he was gonna win.
Yeah.
You know, like, and I think this is what I said. That this is what I was thinking when you were talking about the benefit of Usman not doing a training camp, because he's not had all this time to think about how scary Chimaev is. But that's based on the assumption that Usman looks at him and thinks he's a challenge, right? Because Usman's perspective of a fighter like Chimaev might be very different. Like, I'd look at Chimaev and go, holy moly, like he would take me down, tie my wrist up, and elbow me into the canvas. You know what I mean? Like, it would be a nightmare to fight him. But then Usman must look at him and go, well, he can do this, but I can do this. And he's going to do this, but I can do this. And he rushes things because he's only 12 fights into his career. And, like, Usman might have a completely different perspective of him. Weather an early storm in the first 4 or 5 minutes and then establish his jab. And just kind of sit at a steady pace of, like, this is what, just 15 minutes? Perfect. I'm picking Usman by decision.
Yeah.
Yeah.